Beauty Blender. Feel free, that works as well. So this is a light powdery finish. I'm telling you, it feels light and airy, but yet you get total coverage with it. Okay, now what I want to use is I'm going to use some cover up. And let me tell you, when I say you need a little, I'm going to show you. This tiny little bit, dab, dab, dab. Rub it in, tap it in, dab, dab, dab. It also dries to a powdery finish, so you don't feel as if your makeup is just caked on. Again, you can use a dampened beauty blender, but I prefer to use my brush just to kind of blend myself in a little bit. How about that? It's pretty darn amazing. Okay, so what you want to do then is you want to follow up with your bronzer. Now, our bronzers are fabulous. This bronzer you can use for a lot of different things. You can use it for an eyeshadow, you can use it for your lips, and you can, I have a hair on my nose, and you can also use it as just a regular bronzer. So when you apply your bronzer, you want to do it in the shape of a 3 and the shape of an E. This way you get color surrounding your face. So here we go, 3, E. So you want to do a little bronzing around the front. You want to maybe squeeze your brush, get a little bit on your nose to kind of contour it a little. And you want to contour your chin area so you look a little thinner. And I also like to blend it in as well. Pretty darn amazing. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm having an issue with my eyebrows. And I am dead set on this eyebrow stuff that I use because I don't have any eyebrows. You guys can see I really don't have brows. So I'm going to build my brows with this stuff. I'm struggling with the Younique brow stuff for my particular brows. I think that if you have a nice brow, it works great, but this works a little better for me. So let me just build it real quick. I'm not going to do it perfectly because it takes too long sometimes. Of course, I forgot a Q-tip. So let me grab a Q-tip. Excuse me for a second. Sorry. Thought I had everything ready and waiting for me, but apparently I didn't. Okay. So like I said, I'm just going to do a quickie on my brow here, and then I'm going to go over it with the brow gel that we have, which is pretty amazing because it has fibers already built in. So I kind of build my brow with this just to give it some shape. Hope you can see okay. I'm trying to get my lighting right, and I just can't seem to do it. I should probably just do it outside because it would be a heck of a lot easier. So you could do this with a pencil, or you can do it with eyeshadow if you prefer. Okay, again, this is a quick job. I'm not going to have them perfect, but they're going to be pretty decent. Shape them a little bit better. If I had a beautiful natural brow, it wouldn't be a problem, but when I was a kid, thin brows were really in, so we just tweezed and tweezed and tweezed to oblivion. Okay, so now what I'm going to top this off with is, I will show you. Okay, they're gel. It's gel and fibers. So I'm going to just build it up a little. And it goes on a little bit wet. And what it does is it adheres to your brows already, the brows that you already have. So that's not too bad. Okay, so let's go on to the Addiction palette. Ooh. Okay, so these colors are amazing. Now today I'm going to be using, oh my gosh, I don't know what they're called, Elated, and I'm going to use Forthright. This one and this one. Okay, so first we're going to do a base with a highlighter. And you just go from your brow to your eyelid. Now you young girls, you could use the Beautiful Shimmers. It would be great. Now this is mineral. So what you want to do is you want to pat it and then blend it, okay? I don't think my lighting's that great. I'm sorry. Then you're going to go in with a crease brush. Now you use very little. Now you're going to do a little V and you're going to pat it in and then you're going to blend it. Now I like dramatic eye color, but that's just me. You can do this naturally as well if you'd go a little bit lighter, but I like a lot of color. And as you've already seen, I have my eyebrows already, or my eyeliner already tattooed on. I had it done, oh my word, it's probably been 12 years ago. And there's a girl local to me who does it. So if anybody's local to me and you're interested in her name, she's amazing and she's a perfectionist. So I would be more than happy to share her name with you. Okay. So then I'm going to go in with the lighter color on the top and on the inside on my lid. Just a little bit right here and right in here. Here and here. And then I have this nifty little blending brush. It's great. It just kind of softens it up a little bit. Kind of blends the dark with the light. I go back in a little bit and just put a little more color here. Now I do like to accentuate my color on my lid as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a chisel brush and I'll show you what that looks like. Hang on. Again, not prepared. Okay, here it is. All right, so we call this a liner and shader brush. So you have your little brush here and then you have your little chisel. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to use the dark color again. I'm going to use the Forthright again. I would normally use black, but, well, actually, you know what? Let's use black. Let's go in and get this other palette. Number 2. And I'm going to use this right here. And that's called Peppy. And I'm just going to tap my brush lightly. And then I'm just going to glide it across my lid. Just tapping lightly. And as you can see, there's more than enough color there. Let's bring a little bit down here. Let's smoke it out just a little. Just a little bit. Okay, then from there, I'm going to use a little bit of blush. Now, when I say a little bit, I'm not kidding. This is the lid to my blusher. Tiny little bit, mineral powder. Tiny little bit goes a long way. Load your brush, and what you want to do, most people tap it off. You want to tap it in. That's called loading your brush. Gently. Pat your cheeks. And then you want to blend that sucker in because it's a lot of color. Then what I also like to do is I like to go back with my bronzer and go over my cheeks just a tiny little bit, just to mute that pink because it was a little bright. Okay, now I'm going to do my lips. And I'm going to go put a little foundation on as my base. Okay, I'm going to do an ombre lip today. I'm going to use a pink. And the color that I'm using today is called Posh. And it's beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to line my lips. I'm going to stay within my lip line. Now, because I'm going to do an ombre, I'm going to do it a little bit differently than you would normally. Normally, I would just fill it in with the color and then just follow up with a gloss. But since it's an ombre, I'm going to color here. I'm going to fill in my corners. accentuate my bow. Okay, now you ready for this? I'm going to go in with some Pristine. Now you can use this on the waterline in your eyes to bring your eyes out, or you can also use it on your lips, so watch this. I'm going to hit it again with this in the center. Okay, then let's use a little Lovable. And let's just touch it up a little bit with our Posh. There you have it, your ombre lip. And from a distance, it just looks beautiful and sexy. Okay, so if you've not tried 3D Fiber Lash, what the heck is wrong with you? This stuff is amazing. Now, when I curl my lashes, you can see I curl down at the base, I go up a little bit, and then I curl a third time at the ends, okay? So we have 2 steps. We have a fiber and we have a gel. Big tube, little tube, and big tube. So what you're gonna do first is you're gonna do 1 coat. Now, what you wanna do is you wanna make sure you get every lash covered, okay? Get them saturated. This gel is a little sticky, so your fibers will adhere extremely well. Okay, so here are your fibers. Okay. Now, some people prefer to just tip their lashes with the fibers. I like that big, full, thick, fake lash look. So I go from my lash line to my tips. Okay, so you can see how much it's thickened. See it? Okay, now you should let it dry a little bit, but just so I don't bore you, just standing here, you're going to put another coat of gel to lock the fibers in so they don't fall all over your face. Personally, I like to do 2 or 3 coats. Again, I like that fake lash look. Look at that. And then we're going to coat it again, your fibers.